Space Marine Ancients are some of the most respected members of a chapter or company, lifting high the standard of the company or chapter that they are a part of, and it is often the most revered relic in the chapter. Hello everybody, my name is Spoons Rattling, and today we are covering the Ancient of the Space Marines, the standard bearer, and a classic icon of 40k. Excuse me. So, the Ancient comes in at a very rock bottom 50 points. He has the standard character stat line for a Space Marine of 6 inches, movement, toughness 4, 3 plus save, 4 wounds, leadership 6 plus, and OC 1. He has a bolt pistol and bolt rifle at standard. The bolt pistol's 1 attack, hits on 3s at 12-inch range, strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. The bolt rifle is assault and heavy, with 2 attacks that hit on 3s at 24-inch range, with strength 4, AP 1, and damage 1. A fairly standard selection of ranged weapons. However, you can swap out your bolt rifle for a power weapon, which I would recommend doing. And touching back on that, the melee weapons are a standard close combat weapon, which are 5 attacks that hit on 2s at strength 4, AP 0, and damage 1, and then the power weapon is 5 attacks that hit on 2s at strength 5, AP 2, and damage 1. The power weapon is of course a solid enough profile, though nothing outstanding, but still I would take it over the bolt rifle, mainly because this guy's going to be on the front lines most of the time. In terms of abilities, he has his Astartes banner. While leading a unit, add 1 to the AOC of models in that unit, a fairly whatever buff, though not necessarily the worst, and then Unbreakable Duty. While this model is within range of an objective marker, or 6 inches to the center of the battlefield, this model has Feel No Pain 4+, one of the single most powerful mechanics in the game. However, he still only has 4 wounds, which means you won't be able to make the most use out of that, and it doesn't apply to his team, as that would obviously be way too powerful. So if you're going to bring the Apothecary, obviously I would leave the bolt rifle on the shelf and bring the power weapon instead. And then of course, if you're going to have him leading a unit, which he can lead just about anything in Tacticus armor, except for Blade Guard, I believe, as Blade Guards have their own Ancients. Then of course, you're just going to have him fighting at the front. Though, the sour note to end this video on is the Ancient's only real benefit is how cheap he is. Though the problem is he's not cheaper than the Apothecary, which is a much better character in general. His buffs are pretty pathetic. The extra OC isn't super impactful on Tacticus units, mainly because a lot of them are either not great as damage dealers or are long-range damage dealers, so won't be on objectives, and then things like Intercessors already have 2 OC, so going up to 3 is almost honestly slightly overkill. And while the 4 plus Feel No Pain, as I mentioned, is one of the most powerful mechanics in the game, it still doesn't mean much as this guy only has 4 wounds. If it was something like a Hive Tyrant, which you can get, is extremely useful and can make them ungodly terrible. Though he does bring an extra power weapon, it's really nothing special, especially because it's not master crafted, so it lacks damage 2. And in terms of his leader options, obviously he has the duo leader ability, so he can't join alongside a captain or lieutenant. However, at range, I would bring an Apothecary, mainly just to stand up any, say, Hellblasters that die at range. And in melee, I'd bring a Lieutenant or a Captain over him, as they offer much better melee. So really, the Ancient doesn't really have a place in the army. I'd say if you're going to buy this model, really the only reason I'd use it is to make your own company heroes unit, but even then the company's heroes have a much cooler looking Ancient than the standard Ancient anyways. Well, I've been Spoons Rattling. This has been a very negative video, but I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.